Two quick issues. One, clarification. You indicated that all water resources are vested in the Water Resource Commission. But I'm aware that for the Water Resource Commission mandate, especially over lake, is natural lake, not artificial lake. So has the law been amended to include artificial lake like lake water in the management of water resources by the commission?
So the basin is land and water, but the governance of water excludes the governance of land. So if you've been given a water right, how you get to the water, you have to deal with the landowner. The commission is not giving you a right to the land, and they will have their conditions.
Recently there was a news item which mentioned that they were closing down water treatment in Chebi. And if they have that exclusivity, how is it that we still have miners being able to pollute the water? And also with the community, what can they use the water for? Because in most communities I've also visited, I realized that they do wash, bath in the same water. So if they have that exclusive rights, what can the water body be used for, and what power do they have in making sure that this is preserved?
Communities have the right to use the water, but we know of community practices that can be detrimental to the water resources. So washing, siting of washing bays where they wash and oil gets into the water are all inimical to the quality of the resource. And so it is not a right to use it anyhow, but it should be within the governance system.
The visible evidence of unplanned development is everywhere. And the worst for visitors to Ghana is trying to go to Peduasi and looking at the hills, the great hills, and looking at all the development that's going on, the slopes, steep areas that normally should be a green belt, hazardous areas that should not be developed. We have buildings everywhere. So to the local government minister, which is responsible for implementing land use plans and development, what accounts for the uncontrolled sprawl that we see everywhere?
It's obvious that we are far behind when it comes to planning. Since 2016, when this act was passed, some achievements have been made, but there was still that issue of coordination and supervision. Major thing is, even before they register any person to use the land, they should have evidence of land use certificate. This land use certificate is what would guide them as to what use that person coming to register will put that particular land.
Fortunately for us, the act that we have now has provided all the structures for us to make sure that we implement, special planning issues. So the implementation is the key issue, and the implementation rests with the metropolitan, municipal, and then the district assemblies, and that is where we have the challenge.
We haven't had any nationwide mapping as until today. What we have done is to do piecemeal mapping of selected towns and cities. We have been doing selected mapping to address, this situation. And I believe that moving forward, we would have to look at a holistic approach to that.
We are discussing having a policy dialogue on land use planning and spatial development. And I would like to know whether when we talk about land use planning and spatial development, we are only talking about settlement planning or not. Because I work with customary land actors, smallholder farmers, and people of different agricultural value chains. And I know the challenge that land use planning, or the lack of it, has for them. So I just want to find out what our position is as a country when we are talking about land use planning and spatial development?
So I believe one solution is access, awareness, education.
So at this point, I want you to be able to tell us whether there's a way for the solutions that can solve the problem moving forward, because we want to deal with the urbanization and the problem of densification.
From the outside, it looks as if it is chiefs who are creating this. But I don't think there's any chief in this country who doesn't want to see development. And therefore, we want our policy designers to know that we matter and we are peaceful and will accommodate whatever is progressive towards the development of various communities.
Communication, education, sensitization, awareness raising is very, very key. And I'm glad that we have all our regional land officers here. It is key, we cannot leave it out. But the point about it is that we need resources to move. Without resources, we cannot move.